All right, team, so today we're going to be going through the lat stretch. Now I'm going to give you a couple different angles. One will be with my bum towards the camera, but for now we're going to go on the side. So the very first thing we want to do is, no matter what side we're stretching, we're grabbing onto the opposite side of the pole. Now, of course, you can also do this if you're at home in the doorway or in like the hallway or something where you've got something to latch onto. But if I want to stretch my right side, I'm going to grab onto the left side of the pole. So right now you can see my right hand, I'm now keeping my palm up towards you with the right hand. From there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot those hips back, and I'm going to use those hips that are coming back in order to really let myself get that weight and that stretch through the lat. So if I go a little bit lower, I can obviously intensify it. If I come up a bit higher, it's not as intense. Now the next key is, because we want to lengthen the lat, we obviously have to twist the hips away from the side of the lat that we're doing. So we need to create that stretch, or in this case, move the hips away. So this is when my bum is going to be towards you. So I'm still stretching the same side. I'm still on the right side. I'm going to grab onto the left side of the pole. So if you can see that, grabbing onto the left side of the pole. Now from here, I shoot those hips straight back. Now what I'm going to do is move my hips, or pivot my hips over to the left, and I'm creating that length down along the right lat. So I'm creating that length there. So that's what we want to do. That's a big key thing. Yes, you're still going to get a stretch if you just drop the hips straight back. You still feel a stretch. We want to intensify it, and we want to lengthen the lat, because remember, the lat inserts down, in towards the lumbar, close to the lumbar, bottom of thoracic. So we want to make sure that we're able to get that stretch the whole way down. And in order to do that, we pivot the hips. Now the final thing is that we can then start to drop and rotate, because remember, the lat, although it is very big, it goes from the center of the back somewhat all the way out to the side. So we're not going to be able to stretch the entire muscle just by staying in one place. So then from there, when I'm getting that stretch, what I can do is I can start to now, still with my hips twisted, I can drop my head and open my armpit towards you, the camera, or I can close it around. So it's not going to be huge. It's not a massive change, and it's not like we're opening right up and we're closing right off, but it's enough to really hit that tight spot, because depending on what you're doing, if you're doing a row exercise, if you're doing a wide grip lat pull down or a wide chin up, or you're going a close grip or narrow grip, whatever it might be, we're obviously going to be targeting different parts of the lat. Yes, the whole thing is moving, but we're going to be using more of the fibers in one particular area. So I'm not here to say do this lat part for this stretch. It's just when you're doing that stretch, make sure you're moving through those positions, and when you find a sticky spot, spend a bit of time on there, give it a bit of length, help it open up. I guarantee as well, if you've got a sore back or you're struggling with a few things, sometimes it can be as simple as just giving a bit of length through the lat.